All right, so we get another pre-chorus, but we've got a few interesting changes this time. And again, I just talked about thematic cohesion and or thematic consistency, and we've got this. So the first thing, most notably to me, is that there's no piano. Now, do you remember what I said earlier about how the piano was the thing that almost felt like the sun rays, when you get like a camera underwater and you see the sun rays kind of shining through the water? To me, that's what that piano felt like. That was kind of what the piano represented. Hold on, I think it's here. Hear that piano? That's that water, right? Like that, to me, that's the water. Well, it is conspicuously not here. So with that piano taken out, and there's no drums either. So with no drums and no piano, we are left with just this big long note with a huge amount of reverb, and then some very slight, subtle, or calm strings underneath. And it feels like a breath of fresh air. Explosions, right? Like it's a breath of fresh air. She has gotten her breath of fresh air. She is no longer underwater on this pre-chorus. Pretty fucking cool, right? And she said, I need to breathe. I can't keep going under. We had that big old, cool guitar solo. And then we get our breath of fresh air. And now she does say, I'm dying again, but listen to the way that she says, that she sings it. Listen to the melody. Another little change there. She goes up instead of down on the melody. Instead of saying, I'm dying again. Hold on, let me just play it. I can't fucking sing, bro. This is first pre-chorus. Here she goes down, and then on the third pre-chorus, up. Oh, she goes. Now, here's the thing. I could be reaching. Fine. Maybe they just did it because it sounds better. But to me, that's kind of the beauty of like having a really strong, like clear theme and then taking these little, like, well, first off, let me be clear. She definitely did this on purpose. Like they purposely said, go up on the last one. Whether they planned it to be like, the reason I'm bringing up her going up is because instead of going further, like being submerged and going under, she's going up. She's got her breath of fresh air. She's above water, right? That's what I'm saying. But whether they did that on purpose to match with what I just said from a thematic perspective, or they just thought it would be a nice change to implement that would actually like, make it sound more epic or whatever. I don't know. But regardless, it does match the theme, and it was a conscious decision that they made. So given everything else I know about this song, my inclination would be, yeah, I think they did do it on purpose. I think they did go up on that note because she is out of the water and she is, above water, basically. She is no longer going down and going under and being submerged. I totally believe that, and I don't think that it's like I don't think it's a reach for me to say that, which again, amazing, really great. Like what a great little choice. And this is again, pre-chorus 3, they could have just done the same shit as before, but no, let's take out the piano. Let's give the strings. Let's make you go up on that last note. And now it sounds like a breath of fresh air. She can breathe again. She is no longer underwater. Simple shit. All it is like taking and moving just a few pieces around, and we have just an awesome, like, moment. I wouldn't call it the climax, but it is like a really great moment with thematic relevancy, with it sounds great musically just in general. And so it's like it's just beautiful on its face, but then it's beautiful in the context of the song and the theme and the story that we've gotten. I mean, and if you like listen to how cool this sounds, or like the contrast between this and this. Like just like you go from like that, it's like soaring highs to like just really constrained and like it's so cool. And yeah, it's small changes, but anyway, I just wanted to compliment that. I think like they really thought through that pre-chorus, and it works. The last thing, I didn't mention this, but there are drums that come in halfway through the pre-chorus. But in my mind, this doesn't sound, that to me sounds like more of a build up, like a build up in intensity. Like she's moving upward. And not build up in the sense that she's going upward. I didn't mean that, but it's like it feels more inspiring, right? Rather than the other ones where it was just kind of portraying the water, right? Like, you know, that's just more of like water imagery, whereas this feels more like, you know, uplifting. The drums. So yeah, then we get our final chorus, which is, I'm just gonna be honest, the final chorus is the exact same as the other ones, which brings us to a short little outro here. Nothing too crazy, but I'm gonna let it play out.